So on the island of Yap, I can assure you these stones could not be used for anything else. So it's remarkable. The rice stones were so heavy that on this island of Yap, they couldn't possibly lug it around and use it, in traditional medium of exchange, but it was viewed as, well, I have 1/6 of this rice stone, you have 1/16, and then if I make an exchange, we'd remember. And the society was small enough to keep a form of ledgers, even to the extent that when a rice stone was lost in a river, they said, the river rice stone, we each have this piece. Does anyone know, because it was outside the readings, what made these stones so scarce? So rice stones were quarried on an island about 200 kilometers away from Yap. So they were exceedingly hard to get. Like gold, like mining of gold. What else is mined these days that might be of money? The Yap stone was in essence quarried a couple hundred kilometers away. And what debased that currency was when sailors from England came. There's a specific sailor, I think his name was O'Keefe, in the late 19th century, and he realized that these stones were valuable. And he went to the other island and he started quarrying and came back and forth. And within a few years, the whole economic system collapsed. So in Ethiopia, people put together salt bars. This is not that long ago. Salt, as Jihi would have said earlier, is really valuable in society. And they standardized the shape and size and said, here's salt bars. But what else do you think a salt bar in Ethiopia, as opposed to maybe some other country, what did it have as well?
Are you going to say that you can use salt to preserve food?
Well, you can preserve food, but because it was mined, there was some scarcity as well. And a lot of currencies, a lot of monies over time have that fundamental issue. Cowrie shells from West Africa. Does anyone know the history of when cowrie shells got really debased and stopped being used? They got debased when Europeans started to realize that they were accepted as a value. And it's a very sad and terrible history, too, because it's related to the whole slave trade. But that the Europeans could figure out that societies accepted this as something of value, but they also debased that currency, and they debased the land and captured people as slaves. I mean, it was quite a collection of not particularly good things going on.